yourself how you hood enough. If I hear them kids know you pulling up, and now you laid out, they don't get enough. I'm with your girl in the bedroom, and it sound like shit. I tried that little boy, ain't no getting up. Shorty, yo, horsey, I told her they my young city, yo. The granny, I had to tell her pick it. You wanna feed now. Anything under 18, just like met this from the club. She like 5'3", I think it ain't Lydia. You know we unstoppable, man, it's impossible to stop us. We for sure on the road. Stay to myself, stay off the medium. Chillin', ain't gon' play with the trolls. Going 100 in the I-8, I pray to God we don't lose control. Know I'm on a paper chase, my little whip on cruise control.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, our new season begins with an NFC South matchup, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Ready.
Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So our game here, one of 8 games in total on this opening weekend that is a divisional matchup. And listen, you look at this NFC South. New coach and quarterback on the other sideline for Carolina. New quarterback in New Orleans. New QB in Tampa. All of a sudden, Desmond Ridder, Charles, is the lone established veteran quarterback in the division.
I like how you said established there. I think in the elastic sense of the word, he's the established veteran. But he is the guy that returns to his team from last year and is leading them. This division is going to be wide open. Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready.
One of the Panthers' big offseason acquisitions. Here's Miles Sanders. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ready.
Now
ready.
a 2nd and 6.
Trouble 38.
Here's Young from the shotgun. And his throw is incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. First pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
They've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Young. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Ready?
Young to throw it. Being chased out left. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Open man is Mingo. He's got it. Touchdown. Jonathan Mingo. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Panthers are on the board here first in the season opener. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good.
Panthers 7, Falcons nothing.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready, break.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different, and I really wanted the special teams coach to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 0 like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Okay, break. Ready, ready.
Dancing to his left. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Drill, 52.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hut.
Ritter. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Here we go.
2nd and 10. Ritter now. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Striker, 3-3. Set.
Out of the gun, here's Ritter. He'll buy some time right. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would say, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch.
There he goes, left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
The play fake, now Young. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Ready?
On 2nd down, Young. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Cover 5-9 when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Carolina punt team out there led by Johnny Hecker. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
Ready.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Edo blue. Smash red. Trail green.
Ritter throwing on third down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders, 22 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On the ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last. Cordell Patterson! Cordell Patterson! Touchdown, Falcons! Cordell Patterson, 78 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete. Offensively, you might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw left. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
Do it black. Set.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Here we go. Set.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
Set.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Fight. Fight. Ready?
Off the play fake, it's Ritter. Airing one out for Crowder. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 33.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Ready up.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
Go pink.
Motion man is Crowder.
Huge yellow. Field black.
First down, here's Ritter. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Drake London, 31 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 2. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now what a juke into space across midfield. He's on his way. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers are able to move back in front.
How about the vision on the run here? This one's intended to just be a straight dive up the middle. But once he gets through traffic, he sees that the open space is to the outside, so he's just going to angle himself out wide and win the race to the pylon.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 5. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Down.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Shot.
Ritter going to change it up.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Ready.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Ready.
Robinson gets the toss on the right side. Running free at the 45. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 55 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
And runs like that with explosiveness, that's what this rookie can bring to the table.
And add to it speed, patience, vision. A rookie has all of that. That's usually a veteran's combo plate. I love this guy.
Blue striker.
Ritter on 1st and 10. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Go. Pause red. Hut.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he's going to be met at about the 43.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Ritter will set up to throw it. This ball down the field for Pitts.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Come on, set.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It really doesn't get much easier than the last drive. One play, and they took it all the way to the house on the touchdown run.
And you know how many times we talk about that's exactly how they drew it up? Because essentially every play that's drawn up in an offensive playbook, if everyone does their job perfectly, should go for a touchdown, right? That's one that actually did. Give a little credit to those big fellas up front, too. They sprang their man for not only a big gain, but 6 points.
Young off the bootleg. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
Hey, check mega. Check, hut.
Sanders toss left side. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Third and 9 here. Looking to throw, Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, had his team right at the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
Let's go now.
From the 48-yard line, here's second and a couple.
Ready?
They go back to the ground with Sanders. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Smash! Smash!
In motion right is Mingo. And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
Now 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Young. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Chark, 43 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trying to outfield it. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6.
75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Go red. Slide through. Ready.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Ritter.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37th. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. He'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Now Ritter going to change up the look.
Striker, 3-3. Watch it, 6. 6. Mega. 6.
On play action, they'll throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back.
Down.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the shotgun, it's Young.
This to the former Falcon, Hayden Hurst.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Young now. Under pressure, and down he goes. Grady Jarrett in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
But that's what they have to do more defensively. Not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Young.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Ready?
Now Ritter to throw on 1st down.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield. Nice run from Sanders, who accomplished a couple of long-awaited firsts last season in Philadelphia. Finally broke 1,000 yards and had 11 touchdowns to help reach his first Pro Bowl.
The chart goes in motion left. Right back to Sanders on first down. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Okay, ready?
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6. Option right, Young. He has enough for the first down, and the keeper a gain of 6. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as his guys are able to extend their lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
And that's caught at the 2. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
22.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Ritter back to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. There's Charles Harris getting home for the sack. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Red, yellow. Hey,
In motion goes the tight end.
White, white. Stand.
3rd and long now. Ritter.
Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Black Ultra. Hey.
Motion man is Crowder.
Ready.
Ritter looking to throw here on 4th. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Jeremy Chinn picks it off.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Bud Dupree, a former 1st-round pick, in on the stop.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 94 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
Go pink. Steel, black. Set, go.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ritter from the gun.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And the Panthers are going to take over once again
At their own 37-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay. That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
10 cycles.
A quick throw complete to Chark. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. They'll go again with Sanders. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Here's Johnny Hekker now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if I kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Here we go, set.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
we go.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Robinson. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 118 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
On the counter, this is Robinson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On the ready.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Ritter now looking to throw it this time. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
On 1st down, Ritter. Man open, here is Crowder. And finally down it goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Ready.
They'll run with Robinson. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. Ritter, he wants to change the play here. Robinson again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. 3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Claws red. Black shot. Hut.
On play action, here's Ritter. They'll roll him out right. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Desmond Ritter taking it in for 4 yards out. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the end zone is Smith-Marsette. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Come on, set.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Young. It's caught by Sanders. And they're able to bring him down at the
That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Another completion there. You know, you think about the draft back in the spring. He was selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but, Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden, too, or is that not that big of a deal at all?
It actually is in the beginning of his career, an added burden, but it's one of those things that if you play well, it becomes something that justifies why you were taken #1. You're fine with that. If you don't play well, it can be an albatross.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. He completes this one to Mingo.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So a nice throw there. And, CD, I have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
Now, you know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Let's go. Fight, 97. Hut.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Ready?
2nd down, back to Sanders.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Shot, 17. Black swap.
Another run here with Sanders.
Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Watch out now, 52.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
10.
Now they toss out wide to Sanders. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. Well, almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
A pretty large mental mistake right there to give him the first.
It's situational football, and you have to know you're down in distance. On that fourth down, any type of penalty would give them a first down, so you can't jump off sides. You can't encroach. You've got to be careful.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Here we go, set. Cut.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want